Thank you, Cameron. It's time now for the Thor Rider Profile.
Oh yeah, the 259 James Stewart. He wants another championship. Check it out, I got a blue tongue, and so does James. So they picked me and interview him. James, what makes you tick? Why are you so fast on the dirt bike?
I don't know. I guess because I don't like to go slow. I don't know. I feel good on my Chevy Trust. Kawasaki's been working awesome this season. So, I've been home just messing around. I was riding 250 for a while, and I felt good on that. And just jumped back on my 125 here recently, and I feel good. So it's going to be a great season.
Well, everybody at home hears the word 250. Those numbers, like everybody's like, yeah, let's see him on the 250. I know James wants to ride the 252, and maybe we're going to get a political answer here. But James, when are we going to see you on the 250?
We haven't tested on it, so maybe in one of the outdoors this year, the last couple, and it depends how I do it the season, but got the Kawasaki here, so we're ready to go.
Ready to go. What about free riding? You ever get out and just play ride?
No, I don't know. I've been working on a backflip. Not really. Just been doing that next and whipping it at home, and it's been fun. I've been around with Sorby for a while, and he's a freestyle king. He jumps everything, so it's been fun.
What about the #1 plate? You ever going to run it?
No, I got my buddy Tony Haynes got hurt a little while ago, and I used to look up to him a lot, and I wanted his number, and I asked him when he was sitting in the hospital, could I take his number? And he's like, I haven't taken. I told him I'd take it as far as I could, and so far, hopefully, I'm doing a pretty good job. I hope he's happy with me.
I think he's happy. Pretty good job. I don't think he's a fair way to describe James Stewart. I'd say he's doing a great job. Thumbs up. Everybody, that's it for James Stewart. Say bye, James.
All right, see you guys. I see you on TV, and I see you in the stadium.
125, heat number 2 from Salt Lake City on the line as we take a look at the THQ starting grid. The name that jumps out at you, James M. Stewart Jr., affectionately known as Bubba. And, there are a lot of great riders in there, Billy Laninovich, Matt Walker. The list goes on, but the class of the field is James Stewart. I think the folks here in Salt Lake City TV are going to see a great show.
Well, it looks like to me, there's Billy Laninovich right next to him. These guys came up as amateurs. I know I've said that a million times, but Billy getting some instructions from his mechanic. These guys came up together, and here they are starting right next to each other. In this heat race, if you're one of the privateers, you're like, oh, how did I draw heat 2? Because this heat 2 is like a main event.
Yeah, anytime James Stewart is in there, you got to pull out, as they say, the A game. Billy Laninovich, we've talked about how talented he is. Matt Walker, another guy that's battling for the podium. What is the difference between these guys, who are very talented riders, and James Stewart? Because he's obviously just dominating the whole class.
He's just got a little bit more natural ability, and he just studies motocross and supercross 24 hours a day. He listens to tapes. He goes to sleep to videotapes. It's psycho-cybernetics, I think is what it's called. I don't know if he knows what that is, but that's what it's called. It's been used in sports before, and it's just, I think he just thinks about it and wants it so much all the time. And, all these guys work hard, but I think he's working on the right things during the week. And when he gets out here in the race, he expects so much.
Right. The 30 board is sideways. This is heat number 2, 125 west. The title has already been decided. 259 is your winner. James Stewart gets a bad shot. Billy Laninovich just squirts out there. And here comes Walker. 259 right now slides back to 4th place. But a great start for Matt Walker and Billy Laninovich on the KTM.
A bunch of guys getting hung up in the first corner, and it was Laninovich that went in there, and he got a little sideways. The front end washed out. Last week he got the whole, or the last round rather, he got the whole shot in the main event and lost the front end in the first turn. He almost had that happen again. Matt Walker was able to get underneath him, and look at Stewart over on the left. Right past Josh Hansen. And Hansen just went right back by him as Walker starts to pull a gap. See Hansen, number 93, back there in the blue. He had his best finish at the last round in Dallas, 6th place, I believe. And Stewart, who stumbled in the first corner a little bit, already, well, is he up into the lead? I thought he was going to jump his way to the lead there.
In 5th to 2nd in a matter of a half a lap, and watch him go to work on Matt Walker.
Different things he's able to do. He's doing things that are completely different than everybody else out on the racetrack. He's watching the 250s, and he's more worried about matching their lap times than doing anything against the guys in this class. His confidence level is soaring, and look at him. He doesn't touch the ground ever. Walker won't be able to do this triple, I don't think. I thought Stewart would go over, but he's patient. Watch him in the woods.
Remember, there's 20 riders in this heat, 6 laps, top 9 to the main, and there is that natural ability. Anyone else would have lost the bike.
Yeah, and he gets a little close to Walker right there. Walker's he's aggressive. He's not just going to let this happen to him. He's going to go out there and attack, but he already made a mistake. Stewart's timing through that section where he's able to triple twice through there. Now watch this. all the way over this plateau. And he didn't get the run to get up on top of that one. But he's had a faster line through there as well. So what he's able to do on the racetrack is just so much more than everybody else that it drops his lap times a couple. He's got a little squirrely right there, almost lost the front end, and it just, even when he makes a mistake, it turns out right.
So James Stewart is now your leader, 125 West, heat number 2. He is the champion. He sewed that up a few weekends ago in Dallas, Texas, and he is on a tear here in Salt Lake City. He set the fastest main event race lap, 125 or 250 in Dallas, with incredible speed. Remember, he's on a 125.
Look at the lead already that Walker, just by trying to hang with Stewart right there, he was able to pull a gap on these guys. And Sorby just blitzed through the first section of whoops to reel in Billy Lanovich, who was holding down third a moment ago. And these guys are going to fight to the finish. It was Sorby in the last round who won his heat, while Stewart ran away with his. So this is one of the tougher heats. All the Kawasaki's up front. Lanovich trying to find his rhythm. He's got to pick it up a little bit through the whoops.
Here's Eric Sorby getting into the action right now, getting past Billy Lanovich on left, 132. That's Sorby, 917. Look at everyone's going to the tear-offs.
Yeah, it's a little bit damp out there still, and the lines are still being formed. So Sorby, a lot more aggressive into the whoop sections. That was the difference. Lanovich, as he goes in, he starts in, tries to stay on top. He makes a mistake, and then he's got to time through the rest of them. It's just killing him right now.
James Stewart logs a 53.83 on his last lap. That's 2 seconds faster than everyone else. They're only going 6 laps, but do the math. He should finish more than 10 seconds ahead of everyone else if he keeps his pace up.
When you watch him, doesn't it look like the camera is sped up? I mean, there's times where he just jams into a corner and just slingshots out, and you're thinking that just doesn't look right. But this kid has got speed that's just incredible.
What's impressive about James Stewart is he's already sewn up the 125 West title, and he's still out here racing so hard. Some in practice, giving the fans a show. He knows they came out to see him ride, and he's going to go out there and give him his very best.
Watch him into this whoop section. Listen to the power. He just heads in there with so much more speed than everybody else, and it takes a lot of nerve, but once you get in there and going that fast, look at that. He just blitzes through there, and he only touches about the top 6 inches of those things, and they're almost 3 feet deep.
White flag is out for James Stewart, and finally another rider comes through and gets that white flag. So give you an indication, his lead is over 12 seconds. We got a rider down. He just passed him. But James Stewart will run away with his heat run, and I'll tell you what, it's just amazing how he handles that bike. You touched on it. Even when he makes a mistake, things just work out so well for him.
It's Ross Garcia right there going down. He's going to have to go to the last chance qualifier. Josh Hansen going by, starting to pick up a little time on Billy Lanovich.
Meanwhile, James is starting to give a show. I know his mom doesn't like him to give too much of a show too early, but thanking the fans.
I think James got it under control. All moms worry.
No question.
Look at that, just back and forth. That's a tough whoop section. If James is having problems with it, it's hard.
James Stewart just blitzes through that whoop section, comes across, throws it around for the fans, and picks up the victory just like that. He is the defending event champion, although last year this was kind of a bitter pill for him because this is where Travis Preston clinched the 125 West title. Look at him, just enjoying the ride. You know, I think that's what's so impressive about him is he comes out here and it looks like he's just having fun.
And his best lap was a 52.7. The best lap by Andrew Short in Heat 1 was a 56.3. I mean, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that James is going to win. It's just a matter of by how far, and if he has to come through the pack and make it a little bit more exciting. I don't mean that as a slight to all the other riders out there because I know they work hard and they're very talented, but James is just unbelievable.
Martin's going to get that final qualifying position, so he goes into the main event. Remember, the top 9 in the heat go to the main, the other 11 to the LCQ. We're going to step aside from Salt Lake City. When we come back to Rice-Eccles Stadium, we will have final results from heat number 2, plus Suzuki's on track when we return.